Hey there, clients. Scotch182 here, and I'm back. I do apologise for a little bit of a hiatus. For those who follow me on Twitter and Facebook, you do know that I have had some family issues. My family member has been taken into hospital. I'm not going to go too much into it. It's kind of personal, and I hope you understand that. But I had to take a wee break from making videos to be up here in my grand's. As you can tell, this is my room. I don't have pink curtains, even though I would love to. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing okay now, and I should be back to making videos fairly shortly. Not right away, as I say, I want to wait until I can get back down the road and use my proper setup instead of using this. This is my old camera, my old webcam and mic, and I do apologise for the quality. Nothing I can do if I don't have my equipment with me. Now I was going to wait until I could get back down the road to show you this stuff, but since I'm here, I might as well do it, and hopefully you don't mind the quality issue. But I actually got some my loan through my student loan, and I went down and spoiled myself today just for a wee bit. I mainly got some retro stuff. I just wanted to show you what I got and show you what what reviews may be coming in the future. Firstly, let me just grab them. I got the Blu-rays of the Underworld trilogy, which is Underworld 1, 2, and Rise of the Lycans. And I got the fourth Underworld. I'm a big fan of the Underworld franchise. I think it's some of not the best movies I've ever made, but they're really good movies in my opinion. So maybe a review of these is coming soon. But I just wanted to show you that. I also wanted to show you that I also got something that I said I would get as soon as I could, and it's from Forbidden Planet. So I think most of you can guess what it is. It is Silent Grove. I finally got Dragon Age Silent Grove, and I just finished reading it. But I finished reading it as soon as I got in. I actually just picked it up and read through the whole thing in one sitting. And it's not that thick, so I was expecting it to be thicker. But yeah, a Wii On review is coming of this soon, don't worry about it. I sat through it, I enjoyed it, I like the artwork, I like the story. A full-on Wii On review is coming. I'm going to review it one more time just to make sure I understand the full story. But yeah, I got it, I read it in one sitting, and definitely will be a Wii On review coming of it. I don't, it was a bit pricey, I thought it was, but was it worth it? I'll have to wait for the review for that, but yeah, don't worry, that is coming fairly shortly, don't worry about that. But yeah, definitely going to be reviewing that eventually. Also, I got something that I have been trying to get a hold of for a wee while now. I finally got myself a PS2. Yep, I managed to get a hold of one down at a local trade-in shop down my town, which just opened up not long ago. I've got Final Fantasy VII over there, I've got Kingdom Hearts over there, I've got a memory card as well, I've got a controller. I'm going to set this up in a wee while, and I'm going to be playing it. So yeah, so finally I can play Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So look forward to that. The Wii On reviews of them will come eventually. I got the PS2, which I'm really looking forward to playing. I finally got a hold of one, unfortunately my grand threw my ones out. But I also got a couple of retro games that some of you might have heard of. I'll get them all out and I'll show you them one by one. I was doing another trade-in, another game shop today as well. I love game shops, I can't help it, I love going in them, and it was the one that I've been to a few times, but never really got much out of because they didn't have a lot of stuff I liked at the time. But I had been in there in absolute ages, and I said, well, let's pop in and see what they've got. And I got a hold of some retro games. I also got a hold of a soundtrack, which I think some of you are going to be jealous of. But I'll just show you the games I got. I got an NES game. I got Super Mario Brothers. This was actually a tenner. It was a bit more expensive than I thought it would have been, but I was there, I had the money, I went, fuck it, let's buy it. Sorry, it was £7, my apologies. I got this, so I've got an NES game finally. It's the one that came with the fucking system. I don't have a system yet, but I am going to get this. I've never actually played the original Super Mario Bros. I played the one on the Game Boy. So this is going to be fun. This is really going to be entertaining to try and play this. Action series made in Japan, licensed by Nintendo. Well, it's been an NES game. So that's one. I got this. I'm going to play it. I don't know whether or not to review it. I don't think I will because it's way old. But Mario's Mario. Save the Princess. Everything like that. I will get this out to use the review of it. I won't get a review of this. I may even do just a quick let's play. I don't know. I've never played the original Mario. I've only played the one on the Game Boy, and those were upgraded ones. This is the original. Full graphics, everything. So as soon as I get an NES or a Retro Duo, whatever comes first, I'm going to be playing this, and I may even just do my first playthrough because this is something I've never played the original. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to fail horribly and get that magnet away from it. Magnets do not go well with games. I also got what have we here? Super Mario Bros. All Stars, which has Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, and the Lost Levels on it. Which is the Lost Levels is basically Mario 2, only extremely hard. Now, some of you might say, what was the point in getting Mario Bros. If you already got the All Stars edition? Mario's is the fucking original. If I can get the original versions of the games, I do my damnedest to get a hold of. This is just a backup, just in case I can't get a hold of Mario Brothers 2 or 3, and Lost Levels is only available on this, I believe, unless you go to Japan. So yeah, I got those. So All Stars, not much else to say that. I also got a boxed NES game. Yes, an actual boxed one. Know how fucking hard it is to get some of these this time? Boxed NES games are extremely hard to get a hold of sometimes. But this game's called Digger T Rock. Sorry, The Legend of the Lost City, Digger T Rock. And I was talking to someone in the store, and they said they played this game when they were young, and it's fucking hard. It's apparently really hard, they say. And I says, so it's £7. Fuck it. And it actually has the. I'll open up. Don't want to open up. It has the game, the sleeve, and wow, holy shit, the instruction manual. I do not believe it actually has the actual instruction manual for the game, which is bloody awesome in my opinion. Very few games survive with the instruction manual these days. But yeah, I got this. It's not exactly the most well-known Nintendo NES game, but it's my first ever boxed version, and I was like, fuck it, it's cheap. What the hell? Why not? So I grabbed it and picked it up, and I'll get that done. I'll play this when I get my NES, which hopefully shouldn't be too long if I can get a hold of one soon. Another game I got was a Dreamcast game. This was a tenner. And by the way, this isn't the camera, this is actually sealed. Now, I don't know if the store that I bought it in resealed this or not. It doesn't feel like it, because I can normally tell the difference between... It doesn't feel like... It may have been resealed, I'm thinking it has, but it's a game called Jet Set Radio. Now, I follow a YouTuber called Total Biscuit, the Cynical Brit, and he says that this is one of the games he played in the Dreamcast. And they had this there, and he says it's a great game, and I says, what the fuck, I intend to get a Dreamcast eventually as well, which is a bit tricky to find these days. But I intend to get a Dreamcast, and I've already got a game for it. I'm scared to open it, because I don't know if this is... Because sealed stuff is normally worth a lot more than unsealed stuff. So there was another version that was unsealed, but I didn't want to get two. I was tempted to get two versions, and if it's still there next time I go doing, I probably will. But from what I can tell, if this is the sealed version, I got lucky, because these things are hard to get a hold of sometimes. Actual sealed. It does look like it's recently sealed. It's hard to tell because there's air bubbles on the top. And if it has been resealed, I'll open it. But it has this on it as well. It has a barcode from new. It is new. So if this is a new copy of it, then that's kind of that's fucking fantastic. I got hold of a new copy of a Dreamcast game, as in unopened. But yeah, I picked it up and I says, what the hell, fuck it. I really don't want to open it, if I'm going to be honest. Let me know if anyone can tell if this has been resealed. Like, I'll do my best with the camera I've got. If it has been resealed, I'll open it up live on cam. If it hasn't been resealed, I'm keeping this fucker sealed. Or I'll open it eventually. Oh shit! Oh shit! Ah well, fuck that. I peeled a wee bit of it. Don't know whether or not to open it or not. I'm tempted to open it. I really am, because I've never seen the inside of a Dreamcast game. But the thing is, though, this will be first time in history. This thing will be opened. I'm tempted. I am really tempted. But yeah, I eventually intend to get a Dreamcast, and I will play this when I get a Dreamcast. Until I get a Dreamcast, I'll leave it sealed. So yeah, I got a sealed Dreamcast game. For those who don't know, the Dreamcast was a console that flopped and actually has CD. This was I think this came out before the PS2. No, was it certain? Or during the time of the PlayStation, sorry. But yeah, it's sealed. Worst case scenario, I'm going to go down there and buy the other one, which wasn't sealed. Because I really don't want to open this if this hasn't been opened before. Things. But yeah, I got a couple of nice weeks. Got a couple of classic games apparently. Got some Mario, got some Digger, I got Jet Set Radio. Now here comes the pride of the purchase one, which I paid £17 for, which I think some of you are going to be kind of jealous of. I got a soundtrack. I got the Final Fantasy VI soundtrack. The same store that I bought these retro games has a fuck ton of soundtracks. They import them straight from Japan, so the language on the back and the book is actually in Japanese, so I can't read it. But this is the soundtrack of Final Fantasy VI. Now, I have watched an entire playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. I'm trying to get a hold of a copy of Final Fantasy VI, but it's an extremely rare game to get a hold of sometimes, mainly because of some issues with it, apparently. But I love the soundtrack. I listened to one CD of this. It's fantastic. It is absolutely bloody. Oh, it's one of the best game soundtracks I've heard. And for the NES, that's absolutely fantastic. And the artwork as well is kind of nice. The artwork inside the manual, it has a manual, it's a listing of all the stuff. And the composer is very well known, Mitsu Hisushi. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to butcher these names. I do apologize for this guy because I have heard his name before. But yeah, Final Fantasy VI is a game I intend to track down and get a hold of. Hiroburo Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uemitsu. These two are legends in the Final Fantasy games. They composed a lot of the Final Fantasy soundtracks, and I got number 6. They had almost every soundtrack that I'd heard of. They had Final Fantasy 8, 7, 10, 10-2, which I really don't want any of those. Besides 7, I might get 7. They also had a fuck ton of anime soundtracks as well. They had Bleach, they had Dragon Ball Z, they had One Piece, they had a fuck ton of soundtracks that they all imported from Japan. This is fantastic. Like, I've got this, I listened to one CD of it, it's fucking, it's eargasmic. I don't know if anyone's going to feel jealous that I've got this, because it's probably something you can get a hold of fairly cheap these days, but screw you, I got a copy of Final Fantasy VI's soundtrack. But yeah, that's the stuff that I got. Nothing major, as I said, I might go back down and get some more retro stuff tomorrow. I need to go down the tune tomorrow as well. But yeah, that's my stuff I got. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back to make my videos fairly shortly. I do have a lot of videos planned, including one where I'm going to be ripping IGN a new asshole for their top 100 RPGs of all time. If you follow me on Twitter, you know my feelings on that. But I'll just give you the quick abridged version. I'm doing a full video on it, so I'm not going to spoil too much. But let's just say on Dragon Ball, why got Dragon Ball in the mind? On IGN's top 100 RPGs of all time, Dragon Age is not on it anywhere. I actually looked through all 100. Dragon Age is not on there at all. And also, there are every Final Fantasy game except for 2 and 3 is on the top 100. And at least 3 of them are in the top 12. I don't want to spoil too much, I will be raging about it, and there's one game in particular that really pissed me off being in the top 10, and it's a game that some people may hold close to their heart, but it's a game that I really don't consider an RPG, and I'm going to get furious over it, so there will be a video of that coming as soon as I can. But right now, I'm going to go and set my PS2 up. I'm going to go and either play Final Fantasy 7 or Kingdom Hearts 2. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2. Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm going to go set the PS2 up, got a memory card, get started, and just start playing. But I should be back to making videos fairly shortly, do not worry about that. I also want to thank you all for all your support. I really do appreciate that. A lot of you sent your well wishes when I said everything would break, and I thank you all for that. I also want to thank all of you who have sent me thumbnails for my custom for my videos. And as I said, if you want to make a custom thumbnail for my videos, you're more than welcome to, and I will be using them as title cards in the future for my later Wii reviews. But if you want to make me a title card, you're more than welcome to. I want to thank all those who've done that. Elena, I'm sorry, I think I've got you. Let me just check. I'm going to give these people shout-outs because they really do deserve it. The first person, of course, has to Alex the Hunted. Alex, thank you for all your fantastic artwork you've done for me in the past, and also the artwork that you've done for some of my thumbnails. You've done 1 or 2 of them. I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank Elena Vlachoshi, Vlachu. I'll call you Ellie. Elena, I want to thank Elena, who on Twitter, who actually sent me one for, what was the again one he sent me? Sorry, I tell you, he sent me a custom thumbnail for my Leviathan review. It's fantastic. I love it. If you haven't seen the thumbnails, go check them out. I also want to thank, of course, Tyler RVG, who sent me a thumbnail for my Dark Knight Rises review. I want to thank him for that. Thank you to all those who've sent me artwork for the thumbnails. I really do appreciate it. I want this to continue to be a thing. If you have any artwork you want to submit to me to be as a thumbnail, please don't hesitate to send it to me. And I want to thank all of you who have been keen to do it and who plan on doing it in the future. Always have said that you want to do it, and I can't wait to see them. So I want to thank you all again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking with me. And I'll be back to making videos fairly shortly. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And as always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92, and I'll see you all later. Ciao for now.